Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and others. I want to welcome you this evening. My name is Jeff. I'm with StriveScan. We're glad to have you here at the Archbishop Mitty High School Virtual College Fair. We've got a number of institutions this evening that we'll be presenting. As a reminder, as participants, your cameras are turned off and you are muted, but you can ask questions of the representatives at any time through the Q&A box below at the bottom of your screen. You don't have to wait for them to present to ask questions. And if they don't get it answered by the time we're done, they will get a copy of it and can answer it later down the road. Without further ado, I will turn it over to the University of Connecticut to get us started.
Thanks, Jeff. Hi, everybody. My name is Heather Schrang. I'm the admissions officer for the University of Connecticut in Northern California. I'm excited to be here tonight to share with you all a little bit about UConn. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Okay. So the first thing I always like to talk about is a little bit about where exactly UConn is located. So we are located about an hour and a half from Boston and about 2.5. So we're very centrally located in the heart of England. We're also a little bit over an hour from This is also where majority of our student population is. We have just over 19,000 undergraduates on our main campus. So we are considered a large institution. We're about 30,000 students altogether, including our other campuses and our graduate student population. So we get all the benefits of a large public institution, but then with smaller field, maybe California University. We are also tier 1 research institution, so any freshman to do that research and kind of what campus is like. We do get all 4 seasons in the Northeast, so fall, winter with snow. Hopefully that's not something that scares you if you're looking at schools in the Northeast. We have a beautiful downtown area, which is that top middle photo. Campus is absolutely beautiful in the fall, and really it's just fun to have all 4 seasons on the campus. We are a diverse university. 45% of our have 1 in 3 first-year students as first generation. So there's lots of support there. And it's really great that students get an opportunity to connect with students from a lot of different backgrounds, not only from all over the country, but also from all over the world. So moving right into academics, we have over 115 majors at UConn, as well as over 320 minors and concentrations across our 10 colleges. So there is a lot of opportunity for you to find the right fit if you're not 100% sure what you're interested in, or potentially if you have a couple different areas that you're in. Majors at UConn are business, engineering, nursing, medicine, our School of Fine Arts, and then of course our College of Liberal Arts and Sciences is our largest college on campus. We do have a 16:1 student to faculty ratio as well, which is important not just for smaller class sizes, but also it means access to faculty, whether it's for mentorship, research, or even just if you need help with papers, assignments, and things like that. We are a Division I university. We have 21 NCAA Division I athletic teams on campus. We're most known for basketball, especially women's basketball. With that comes a lot of hype, a lot of excitement, and a lot of school pride. Students are very proud to be Huskies and to be part of UConn Nation. We also have 37 intramural club sport teams. So those our club staff, students are welcome to experiences of a collegiate sports team just without the pressure of D1. We also have over 700 clubs and organizations on campus, including Greek life, academic related clubs, student government, lots of music, lots of dance, lots of all different kinds of things that you can get involved with very easily. So you don't have to feel like you're ever just stuck with one thing. There's plenty of places for you to dip a toe into. Some different traditions that we have on campus, just to give you a little idea. UConnic Music Festival, where we bring big name performers to campus, Homecoming and Homecoming Carnival, One Ton Sunday, where we have massive amounts of ice cream for students to have for free. They get to fill up buckets of our dairy bar ice cream, which our cows on our working farm actually make for us. Ooze Ball is the nation's largest mud volleyball tournament and takes place on campus every single spring. Really fun event. Highly encourage students, even if you don't want to play, just to go and attend. It's fun to go watch. Student event or small events, so you will never be bored. You will always be able to find something to do, whether it's just hanging out with your friends or attending an event. So as far as the application process, we are on the Common Application as well as the Coalition application. And we require the self-reported academic record, as well as a personal essay. Letters of recommendation are not required, but are very strongly encouraged for admission at UConn. We do take a holistic approach to admission, so those letters of recommendation really do help us learn a little bit more about you as both a person and as a student. We are also a test optional institution, both for this year and for next year, so you don't have to worry about submitting a test score at any point for any part of admissions. We also do automatically consider students for both honors and merit scholarship when they submit their application, and those are also test optional. So you don't have to worry if you don't have a test score or you don't feel the test score is reflective of your academic capabilities. Absolutely do not feel pressured to submit that. We do not have early action or early decision at UConn, but we do have a priority consideration deadline of December 1st. This is priority consideration for merit scholarship and honors. It's the mandatory deadline for some of our special programs, which you can see listed on the screen. January 15th is the final deadline. February 15th is when the FAFSA is due. And then all admissions decisions are going to be released on March 1st, regardless of when you apply. And lastly, this is just some opportunities for you to connect with the university. We have virtual tours, on-demand content, school and college highlights. And I will also be dropping my contact information into the chat box as well. So feel free to reach out. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much. Just a reminder to all the attendees, there is the Q&A box at the bottom of your screen. Feel free to list questions in there for the various representatives. Next up, we have Washington and Jefferson College, excuse me.
All right, hi everyone, thanks for joining. This is a lot different from the other StriveScan fair that I did. There were 3 people in that one, and it looks like there's a lot of attendees in this one, so I'm excited. But my name is Marlinda Dowdy. I'm dropping my email address in the chat right now, so if anyone wants to reach out to me, please do so. I'm going to share my screen, but I'm probably going to hop around a little bit with the slides just because I want to have enough time to talk about a little bit of everything. So Washington and Jefferson College, we are a small liberal arts college based out of Washington, PA, which is about 45 minutes south of the city of Pittsburgh. So we are right outside of the city, and there's still all that opportunity to get to the city. I tell the students all the time, there's so much to do in Pittsburgh. It's a wonderful city. If you haven't been here before, I highly recommend visiting, whether it's for colleges or just, just for fun. It's a great atmosphere in Pittsburgh. And as you can see here, some information. It's a #1 travel destination, #1 city for young people to live in. There's a lot of food festivals, which I am a fan of. I'm a huge foodie. So if anyone else is, like I said, visit. So for the students at WNJ, we have about 1,150 students right now, and that's very small. Our incoming freshman classes usually are about 350 to 360. So if you're looking for a small atmosphere at a school, WNJ definitely has it for you. We're very supportive of every single student that comes onto campus, and I might be a little biased because I work here now, but I absolutely love the atmosphere. I love the architecture of the buildings. I just love everything about it because every student I talk to is so happy to be here, and we have everything that they want. So a little bit about the education. As I said, we are a liberal arts. Our student to faculty ratio is actually a 9-to-1. Those stats just came in like the other day, so I haven't had time to update this. And 80% of the classes are going to be under 20 students. We also have a lot of opportunity for students to study abroad. So if you're really looking to go to a small college, but still have time to get out there and explore the world, again, W&J is it for you. Awesome opportunities. This is a quick list of our majors and minors. There are actually a little bit more. As I said, didn't have time to update this, but it's fine. You can find everything on our website. We're very well known for our pre-health and our pre-law programs. So students from all over come to W&J for pre-health, and they go to any affiliated schools for medical school, engineering, law school, hundreds and hundreds of schools that students choose to go to. We also have education for those pre-professional programs. One of the study abroad opportunities that our students have is a Magellan Project. You get to pick where you want to go, when you want to go, how long you want to be there, and pretty much just anything you want to do. It's really awesome. That opportunity is all you. So that study abroad opportunity on top of all the other things that we have here. We have over 80 clubs and organizations, and we also have intramural sports. We're a Division III school, and there are just a lot of opportunities within the culture here. As for diversity, I always like to mention we are actually higher than the national average. I believe it was a 22% last time we were calculated for diversity. So even being a small school, we have a lot of diversity. For student outcomes, I do want to mention that all of our students, they finish in 4 years or sooner. A lot of students come in as a second semester freshman, and you can graduate a semester early. As for the application process, we are on the Common App, and we have a leadership application on our website. So if you are on the Common App, add us there. Leadership app, it's free. A little bit of info about the application process is that we don't require anything but the transcript. So you can submit as much as you want or as little as you want. We're still going to read that application, get you a decision. Those decisions come out in 2 weeks. And if you're accepted, you get scholarship information a week after. And those scholarships range from $24,000 to $34,000. So don't even look at the price tag for us, because that scholarship, it's big. It takes off almost nearly half of the tuition. So again, it's a great opportunity to really explore what you're interested in. We make your schedules for you your freshman year, so you don't have to worry about it. But all of the students here, they really do get involved in as much as possible. They have a lot of internship and research opportunities. So it's just, there's a lot packed into one little school, as I like to say. And I'm very happy to work for W&J, and I get to meet these students who are so passionate about what they do. And they have gotten to travel the world and meet other students who are in the same boat as them, but they're also bringing so much creativity and so much passion in the areas that they study to the school. So I work with students from the East Coast and the West Coast. So it's really cool to actually get to meet students from all over. But again, if you need anything from me, if you want to reach out and talk about W&J, please shoot me an email and we can chat. So thanks for having us.
Thanks so much. Next up, we've got Baylor University.
All right, good evening, everybody. I too am putting some contact information in the chat box for y'all. So my name is Clarissa Talley. I'm the transfer admissions coordinator here at Baylor. And I'm actually just stepping in tonight for Amira Alvarado, who would be all of y'all's admissions counselor. And so I'm very happy to get to share a little bit more about the school that I absolutely love with y'all. So let's go ahead and get started right into it. So I always like to start with the mission of Baylor. I think it's important for y'all to know the heartbeat of who we are here. And so that is to educate men and women for worldwide leadership and service by integrating academic excellence and Christian commitment within a caring community. So there are a lot of different things with us. You can tell we love our alliterations, but it's important for you to know the heartbeat. And then some basic facts about Baylor. We were chartered back in 1845 by the Republic of Texas. So we're actually the oldest school in the entire state. We're older than even Texas as a state. So we've been around for a long time. Another little fun fact is this weekend is homecoming. And we actually had the very first homecoming in the entire United States back in 1909. So we're a school just with a rich heritage of tradition, and it's a long, strong Baylor lineage. We have about 15,000 undergraduate students, so you get a lot of large school opportunities while still having a small school feel. And you really get to see what I mean by that academically on this page. So you can see we have over 140 academic majors and programs, and that ranges everything from engineering to entrepreneurship, which is ranked number 9 in the nation, political science to pre-med. By the way, we get students in medical school at over 2 times the national average rate, and a variety of other majors, even aviation sciences. We have our own flight school or apparel design. You could be a fashion major, so many different programs for you. And we are a top tier research university in the middle of a large campaign to become a tier 1, R1 tier 1 research university, which is the highest level. So amazing research opportunities for you here. So those are the big school opportunities I was mentioning. But again, we also have a small class size. The average is 26, and we have a 14-to-1 student to faculty ratio. Speaking of faculty, those are one of the best things at Baylor. Just touching on this real quick, I really encourage you to get to know your professors here at Baylor. You have some world-class faculty. Just to name a couple, one of our engineering professors has been working with the United States Defense Threat Association for over a decade, working with undergraduate engineering students, everything, students who are maybe 17, 18 years old, on projects and research to help defend the national electrical grid. Another one of our amazing notable faculty was his name is Sparky Matthews, and he was the very first Surgeon General of the Space Force of the United States. So we have amazing faculty who come here and work here and are so passionate about getting to know our students. And that really does help with your connections as you go out and get jobs. And so, of course, we want to make sure that you have a secure ROI, your return on investment here. So I love to show y'all, since you're not from Texas, Texas is a thriving state. We're actually home to over 52 Fortune 500 corporate headquarters, and I'm sure many of the names on this page look familiar to you. So it's a very good place to go to college and make all of these connections, get internships and things like that. But of course, the return on investment, we want that to start right when you're actually in your 4 years here at Baylor, not just when you graduate and get a job. Student life is just thriving on campus. There's always something going on. With 15,000 students, there's guaranteed to be lots to do. We actually have over 350 clubs and organizations. So everything from Greek life to intramural sports, academic organizations, professional organizations, multicultural organizations, and so much more. There's definitely some way for you to find your own little niche within the Baylor family. And a little fun piece of that is one of our organizations, as you can see on the far right, is called the Baylor Chamber. And they actually take care of our 2 bears. We have 2 live American black bears on campus named Lady and Joy. That's a fun little tidbit too. We also have a lot of traditions. Due to time, I can't get too into them. But like I said, we've been around for so long. We're the oldest school in Texas. So the traditions here at Baylor, everything from Dr. Pepper Hour every Tuesday to huge homecoming parades and running the Baylor line in football season, those things really make it feel like it's a Baylor. But real quick, just want to run into how to get to Baylor. Feel free to screenshot this page because there's quite a bit of helpful information. So first, you want to decide how to apply. We accept Go Baylor, Common App, and Apply to Texas. All of them are free and we don't have a preference. And choose your deadline November 1st, which is coming up, or February 1st. And then you'll create a Go Baylor account. No matter how you apply, you'll get one of these. This will be your Baylor portal. And from there, you can continue to submit required items. Test scores are optional this year. So either send them in or choose not to. We need your transcripts. You can upload those, and then an essay. And then 4, I do recommend that you submit recommended items listed there: a resume, 1 to 2 letters of rec, and a short answer response. This is another helpful page just to see that in action of the November 1st and February 1st deadlines. We do have early decision, which is the binding application, as well as early action, which is non-binding, and a regular admission, which is the most basic one in February. We do offer quite a bit of financial aid as well. So we want to offer you academic scholarships. As an incoming freshman, we'll review you for a scholarship. Those range from about $8,000 to $27,000 a year. And so lots of academic scholarships, other merit-based aid, as well as aid based from the FAFSA and CSS profile. We would encourage you to come visit campus. Waco is a wonderful little mid-sized town right in the heart of Texas. It has so much charm and so much opportunity for students. So I definitely encourage you to just come and visit. We would love to have you, and you can always reach out to us through the contact information that I put in the chat. So I know that was a whirlwind, but just know we want to help you with any questions you've got. And I'm so glad I was able to share about Baylor with you tonight.
Thanks so much. Again, remember to the attendees, you can ask questions in the Q&A box at the bottom of your screen at any time to any of the representatives. Next up, we have Merrimack College.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Merrimack out here on the West Coast. My name is Christine Carroll, and I'm Associate Director of Admission, and I specifically work with all the Archbishop Mitty students who are going through the college process. So a little bit about Merrimack. Here is an aerial shot of our school. We are located in North Andover, Massachusetts, so just about 25-30 minutes north of Boston. So really great access to the city for internship opportunities, job opportunities. Boston has a huge tech scene, a huge biomedical, medical, business sector. So really great access to all of that, but very much in a traditional college campus atmosphere. In terms of a little bit about Merrimack, we are about 4,000 undergraduate students and about 1,400 graduate students. So we're more kind of a mid-sized school. Average class size is 22 with a 16-to-1 student faculty ratio. So if you really like small classes, you really like to be hands-on, jump into your courses right away, you can certainly do that at Merrimack. All of our courses, you can start right away freshman year, nothing is impacted. And so it really allows you to have that opportunity to really be a part of your major right from the get-go. In terms of campus life, we are very much a residential college. So 73% of our students live on campus, and we guarantee housing all 4 years. One of the things I really love about the school is we've grown a lot over the past several years. So our population has grown, new majors, new activities, but still maintaining that small class size. So the college has done a really great job of straddling the line of, again, you like to really know your faculty, have that hands-on experience, but you don't want to sacrifice the excitement of that campus, that large campus feeling. And I think we've really done a great job with that. We are Division I for athletics. So there's a lot of really great school spirit. Like I mentioned, we're very residential. We are not a suitcase school, so students aren't packing up and heading home on the weekends, whether it's staying on campus, activities, clubs, things in the Boston area, things also in New England. There's a lot for you to do. In terms of academics, we're broken up into 5 different schools. First, we have our Girard School of Business, which is our largest school on campus. It houses areas such as, our accounting, marketing management, our newer programs such as entrepreneurship and hospitality management as well. We also have our Winston School of Education and Social Policy. So if you're thinking criminology, criminal justice, we even have a police academy on campus if you're looking to go the traditional law enforcement route. And then we have our teacher education program. So anywhere from pre-K all the way to secondary, as well as STEM and moderate disabilities education. Next, we have our School of Health Sciences. This is our fastest growing school on campus. It's home to our 3+2 direct entry master's athletic training program, as well as our direct entry nursing program. And very exciting about nursing this year, we are continuing to be test blind with nursing as well. So if you're applying for fall of 2022 to nursing, that will also not require any test scores. We also have our School of Science and Engineering. So our more, traditional sciences, life sciences, hard sciences, engineering, data science and neuroscience are some of our newer programs in there, as well as our environmental studies program too. And then lastly, we have our School of the Liberal Arts, so kind of encompassing all the other humanities. It's also home to our undeclared program called Discover. So if you are a majority of students who aren't sure what they want to study, still figuring out, Discover is a great, great program. It allows you to still take your time, stay on track for graduation, but really have intentional advising around kind of what courses you're going to be taking and how do you choose a major. With the exception of nursing, we don't actually admit into particular majors. So if you want to study something, you can jump in right away, or you can come in undeclared, test the waters, get a feel for it, and you don't have to formally declare a major until the end of your sophomore year. So definitely give you a little bit of breathing room. And here are all of our minors as well. So you can really mix it, match at Merrimack, double major, major and minor, whether it's, you're an engineering student, but you want to take some art classes, or you're a business student and you want to double major in communication. Really, what I tell students is the sky's the limit. You'll get a lot of great advising. Every student gets an academic advisor, career advisor, and academic success coach, who you'll all start meeting with your freshman year. So we'll really work with you all 4 years on getting you to all of those next steps. So you don't have to figure out anything by yourself. Lastly, looking at our application process, we are on the Common App. We are a free application, so no application fee or fee waivers that you have to worry about. Average GPA is about a 3.3, so about a B. And like I mentioned, we are test blind. We haven't used test scores in honestly about 10 years. So it's very much a part of our process, really looking at you as that whole student, the whole person. So we're really kind of, looking at not only the courses you've taken and how you did in those classes, but things like involvement, things like growth, how you overcome adversity, what kind of things are you contributing into your community? That's all really important to us. We offer three specific deadlines: early action and early decision 1 in November 15th. Those students will hear back before the Christmas break. Early action 2 is January 15th. Those students hear back mid-February. And then after that, we're rolling. So after that January 15th deadline, we'll just start cranking out decisions as applications come in. And so there's no specific deadline to work towards. I tell students it's really about the deadline that works for you. When are you feeling ready to apply? And when do you want to hear back? So it's really up to what works best for you. Looking at financial aid here at Merrimack, there's 2 easy ways to get financial aid: just filing the FAFSA and applying to the college, and you're automatically looked at for everything that you qualify for. And please reach out if you want to check us out. We're doing both virtual and in-person visits. And please reach out to me if you have any specific questions. Thanks so much and have a good one.
Thanks, Christine. Appreciate that. Next up, we have San Jose State University.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name is Cecilia Del Toro. I'm the International Non-Resident Admission Counselor Recruiter, and I am your local San Jose State Admission Counselor. So tonight I'll be presenting to you about your local CSU. So San Jose State, we are located right in downtown San Jose. We are considered a large urban campus, but you're looking at about 33,000 students enrolled on our campus, but with pretty small class sizes, about 32 to 29 students in your class. So you're still getting that small class and student environment. San Jose State, in our rankings, we're ranked 7th among top public universities in the Western US. We have been recognized as a top college for diversity in the nation, as well as being one of the most innovative schools among public universities in the West. At San Jose State, we do have over 134 majors with 110 concentrations. Some of our popular majors are computer science, business administration, engineering, kinesiology, psychology, and our BFA in animation illustration. But we also have a new degree that we're offering at San Jose State, and that's our information science and data analytics. In case any of you are interested in that, we have a lot to offer. So being right in the heart of Silicon Valley, there's a lot of great opportunities for our students, both with internships and careers. Our students have the opportunity to work with some of these companies. This is just a short list of some of our top hiring employers, offering internships, opportunities, or jobs while you're here at San Jose, or even job opportunities, career opportunities after finishing your degree. So it's a lot of great opportunities and overall, being that we are in Silicon Valley. We have a large student life at San Jose State, over 450 student clubs and orgs. If you're interested in student government, we also have our associated student government. Lots of ways for you to get involved. Right now, it is our homecoming week, so our campus is alive with a lot of great activities. Again, that Spartan community being here for our students and offering a lot. So it's a great opportunity for you if you attend San Jose. Into athletics, if you're interested, we are an NCAA Division I campus. We have 8 intercollegiate men's teams and 12 intercollegiate women's teams. If you're interested in any of our teams, I highly recommend checking out our athletics website for information on our teams or information about our events. Like I said, it is homecoming week, so we have our homecoming game tomorrow evening. If any of you would like to come down to campus and attend that football game. We do have on-campus housing. It is not required for you to live on campus your first year, but if it is something that you're interested in, you can apply, and you have until May 1st to submit that application. We also have a unique housing opportunity here at San Jose State in our international house, which houses students from other countries and other cultures. So it's a very unique experience. There's an application process. So if that sounds like something that might interest you, you can check out our international house on our housing website. Now, going into those admission requirements, pretty straightforward for San Jose. We're looking that you complete your A through G courses, that you meet or exceed that CSU minimum eligibility index. And then for San Jose State specifically, we have that additional admission selection process we refer to as impaction. So your A through G courses, you're completing them now. You just want to make sure that you do complete all of these areas, all of these years required with a C- or better. Knowing too that we are going to be looking at 10th and 11th A through G courses to calculate your your GPA for provisional admission. If you have credit or pass grades for specific terms, those won't get counted into your GPA. But you're already completing these. You just want to make sure that you get them all done and pass with at least a C- or better. The next thing is the CSU minimum eligibility index. We suspended the use of test scores for fall 2022, so we're not looking for SAT or ACT. So what we are going to be looking at is your this minimum eligibility index of a 2.5 GPA. For San Jose State, if you don't meet this minimum GPA requirement, you will not be considered for admission at San Jose. So at least a 2.5 to be eligible. And then the third thing I mentioned was impaction. San Jose State is an impacted university for all of our majors, meaning that when we talk about impaction, we're receiving a greater amount of applications than we have the spaces to admit, and that creates impaction or competitiveness in all of our majors. So just meeting the minimum CSU admission requirements I just mentioned is not enough and does not guarantee you admission to SJSU. We do have more information about impaction criteria and the impaction review process on our impaction website. Check that out and know that we like to say impaction does not mean impossible because this criteria changes every year. For fall 2022, if you are applying to San Jose State, again, we are going to be looking at your GPA. We're going to calculate your eligibility index and then rank you to determine if you meet admission requirements and meet that minimum requirement for your major. All of you at Mitty are our local applicants, so you do get a 0.25 added to your GPA when reviewing you for impaction, as well as there are additional supplemental factors that could give you more points to review you for that eligibility index. So again, go on our impaction website and that has all that information there. Lastly, when you are ready to apply, you'll go to Cal State Apply. It is open now. I do want to highlight that the deadline for San Jose State is November 30th. It's a $70 application fee, so just keep that deadline in mind. If you are interested, I'm going to drop the link to our steps to admission in the chat. And lastly, we are having Cal State Apply application workshops. We do invite you to join us if you are filling out the application and would like assistance or would like an overview. We are hosting those. The first one is tomorrow, but we'll have some more Tuesdays and Thursday evenings for all of you. Lastly, here's my contact information. You could take a picture. I'll drop it in the chat. And that is all I have for you. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much. Last institution this evening is Holyoke College. Mount Holyoke, excuse me.
Thanks so much. I love these 6x6 fairs because it's so fascinating to learn about all these institutions. So thanks for being here, everyone. My name is Nicole Reynolds. I'm Director of Enrollment, Marketing, and Communications and Senior Associate Director of Admission at Mount Holyoke College, my beloved alma mater. So I'm really excited to have the opportunity to introduce you to my school. So Mount Holyoke is a private residential liberal arts college for women located in Western Massachusetts. Our 700-acre campus features 45 miles of trails, 2 lakes. It's really a destination campus. For those unfamiliar, Western Massachusetts is a part of the country that's really rich in culture, the arts. There's like a huge DIY music scene here, outdoor activity, social justice activism. And our campus is home to 2,200 students. 98% of them live on campus all 4 years, so we guarantee housing. We are very proudly the first of the powerful 7 sister colleges. So we were founded in 1837 at a time when there were no college options for women. And our founder acted on the strong conviction that women could and should do more than what society thought was our highest calling at the time, which was to be wives and mothers. Today, we're quite a ways from 1837, of course. So we are a gender affirming and inclusive institution, which means that we read applications from females, trans, and non-binary students. But our mission now, today, is the same as it was back in 1837. We exist to inspire bold thinking and to empower and launch tomorrow's female leaders. So some of you may just be finding out as I speak that there is such a thing as women's colleges. So I want to talk a little bit about why a women's college. So it's no surprise if you're new to thinking about this, because fewer than 2% of students in the US choose to attend a women's college. By virtue of that statistic, it's a bold and unconventional choice. But I think it's really important to know that as graduates, that 2% is a community of firsts and of leaders. And that's because on our campus, it's not about equal opportunity. It is about every opportunity to develop your leadership skills, to hone your intellectual trajectory, to craft a social life that's based in your choice and not standard norms. And so this energy really means that we attract students from around the globe who want that front row engaged learning experience and who want to do that work in a space where they won't run up against preconceived notions about what they can or should do by virtue of their gender identity or any other facet of their identity, quite frankly. So you've probably heard the name Emily Dickinson. She benefited from Mount Holyoke's culture of empowerment. She was one of our early alums. So too was a woman named Frances Perkins, who was the first woman in the US to ever serve in a presidential cabinet. More recently, it was Jean Sammet, the woman who wrote the first widely used computer programming code in the US. So I share these names to say that, that women who graduate from Mount Holyoke claim entrepreneurial roles and positions of leadership at a statistically higher rate than our female counterparts who graduate from co-ed institutions. And that's part of our legacy at Mount Holyoke, which is very exciting. But you won't only see women on our campus, and that's because we have gender diversity on our campus, but it's also because we're part of something bigger, and that's known as the 5-College Consortium. So there's a partnership between Mount Holyoke and 4 other nearby institutions: Amherst College, Hampshire and Smith Colleges, another sister school, and the University of Massachusetts Amherst, which is our school's flagship, our state's flagship school. So together, we are 31,000 students. If you were to draw a circle around us, we're all in a 6-mile radius, and we're connected by the largest free bus system in the Northeast. And essentially, it expands academic and social and co-curricular opportunities to students on all 5 campuses. So for example, we cross-register for courses across campus, across all 5 campuses. We socialize in the context of lectures, parties, events, concerts across campuses. And theater, music auditions are open to students all across the 5-College Consortium, as are most clubs and organizations. So you really get 5 for 1 when you choose our campus at Mount Holyoke. So a little bit about Mount Holyoke students, right? Who chooses a women's college experience? I would say if there are a few qualities that our students share, it's that they are deeply intellectually curious. They're the kind of student who wants to know more, dig a little bit deeper, explore a topic from multiple angles. They are often strong in their convictions, and their convictions are very often pitched towards social justice activism. There's a lot of energy in that regard on our campus. And they're definitely invested in respectfully holding space for others' ideas and multiple perspectives. You can show up as yourself here. We value community, collaboration, inclusion, and students really do lift one another up on our campus. So a word about academics. We have 48 majors, many minors, and cross-disciplinary programs here. And academics here are really adventurous, exploratory, immersive, and you get close faculty mentorship paired with rich experiential opportunities that let you put theory into practice multiple times before you leave our gates in the context of internships and research. We have students conducting research and engaging in internships all across the US and across the globe, and we guarantee funding for that experience for every single Mount Holyoke student, which is very powerful. Our top majors at Mount Holyoke include biology, psychology, and economics, but really 1/3 of our students are majoring in STEM here, 1/3 in the social sciences, and then 1/3 in the humanities. So resources are really evenly spread. So if you decide, like many college students do, to sort of switch gears or change a major, you'll find plenty of places to move in the Mount Holyoke community, and you won't be giving up resources as you switch departments. So the strength of our academics at Mount Holyoke is directly tied to 2 things: the strength of our faculty and class dynamics. And we're really proud of both at Mount Holyoke. So our professors are really dynamic teachers who foster collaboration over competition in our academically rigorous classrooms. They're also active global researchers with agendas that they pull students in on. So it's not uncommon for students to co-publish alongside faculty while they're students. This year, the Princeton Review recognized us as having the top faculty in the nation with a #1 designation, and professors get high marks. So we're pretty proud of that. If anything I've said here has inspired you to want to learn more, lots of opportunities to engage, including my contact information. I'm the contact for students who come to Mount Holyoke from California, and I would be happy to connect with you at any time.
Thanks, Nicole. Appreciate that. Well, I want to thank all the representatives and welcome them back on screen. We've got a couple of minutes left here, so I thought I would ask them maybe a question or two, just to kind of maybe talk about something they didn't mention in their presentation. So the first question I'll start with is, if you could ask us to remember one thing about your institution, what would it be? And why don't we go in the order we presented? So we'll let Connecticut go first. Heather.
Great, thank you. I would say that the one thing I want students to remember about the University of Connecticut is that while we do a lot of things really well, we're not just one thing. And we really are an institution that allows you to have so many opportunities in a wide array of areas. So academics, of course, really strong, amazing academics, but also to a really vibrant and active social life. And within that, a lot of different opportunities there. So I think that that's one thing, I think that's really important for students to understand about us, is that you can do a lot.
Perfect. And then next up, Washington and Jefferson College.
Okay, so I'll keep it short and sweet. The one thing I would like everyone to remember about WNJ is that our doors are always open. If you want to talk to an admission counselor, if you want to talk to a student, if you want to talk to a professor, if you want to talk to an alum, like, you can talk to anyone on our campus and get to know what we have to offer for you. And, you know, I don't know everything about the college. Even if I went to WNJ and worked there for 15, 20 years, I'm still not going to know everything. So a professor might have something different to say than a student does. And that might be what brings you into the college.
Very good. Christine, Merrimack. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm at Baylor next. I screwed that up. I apologize.
All good. I would say I want y'all to remember that at Baylor, you can get big school opportunities and a small school feel. I remember being in your shoes, in high school in Sacramento, and thinking I could go to a big UC and get opportunities, or I could go to a small private school and get community, and it was one or the other. But at Baylor, somehow we've cracked the code, and you have both. You get all of the amazing big school opportunities with amazing research and athletics and alumni connections, but you do get professors who will want to go grab coffee with you and invite you over for dinner at their house, and a sense of family. So big school opportunities, small school feel, and remember that.
Very good. And now, Christine, I'm sorry.
No, thank you. I think quickly what I would love for you to remember about Merrimack is just flexibility. If you know you want to come in with a major right away and jump in and take those courses, you can. And if you need a little bit of time to think about it and, explore and, and experience the courses, you can do that. Our courses have a lot of flexibility. You can move around within the school, and whatever that path looks like, we can work with you to get you there.
Very nice. San Jose State University.
Something that I would like to say to remember about our institution is that we are a transformative school. There's a lot that we offer. We're right down the street from you. We are your local CSU, but there's a lot that you might not know about San Jose. You might know, right? We're close. You might have friends, family, other people that might come to San Jose, but we do have something for everyone. Check us out. There's a lot that you can learn here. Again, we are close to your home, to your house. We are a local school, but there's a lot that we offer, and we are definitely a very transformative institution with a lot of great opportunities for our students.
Perfect. Nicole, wrap us up. Mount Holyoke.
You got it, Jeff. Mount Holyoke produces leaders across disciplines, across fields, across centuries. That is our core mission. We do it really well. And you'd be surrounded by a lot of other students who were striving to create positive change in their field of interest.
Excellent. Thank you to each one of the representatives. Really appreciate your time this evening. I know it's late for a number of you. For all those in attendance, there will be a quick survey afterwards. Would appreciate you filling that out just so we know what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong. And then finally, there is one more session this evening. So if you'd like to learn from other institutions, feel free to sign up here in the next couple of minutes. On behalf of all the institutions and certainly StriveScan, my name's Jeff. Have a great evening. Thanks for joining us. Bye, everybody.